Brother P.T. Joseph, professed as Montfort Brother in 1965. Rejoice, rejoice, rejoice and be glad, for the Lord has done marvels in you. Rule of Life, Article 1. You anoint my head with oil, and my cup overflows. Only goodness and love will pursue me all the days of my life. I will dwell in the house of the Lord for years to come. Psalm 23, verses 5 and 6. In gratitude to your indelible impressions, dear Brother P. Joseph, soft in speech and gentle to the core, happy and humble, a dignified life is his. When responsibility beckons him to the mission arena, he never squirms. He is there to stand up to be seen and speak up to be heard. Calm and serene, like still waters, his self runs deep. Core of his self is just a fountain of all sterling virtues. Authenticity and genuineness being the hallmark of his self. Accepting his animation in community life has really been empowering. Like his founder Saint Louis Mary, he chose the noblest of all professions to be a teacher, volunteering thus to this mission with a passion to perform. For over 4 decades did he carry the torch of literacy mission, fervent in his professional life, always working in the light of the Lord. Fortunate are they his words, for their lives have become luminous and radiant. His colleagues flock around him, always for guidance and strength. And a repository of experience, he remains to them on a beacon of hope. True to his patron, here is a biblically just man, one who does not walk in the counsel of the ungodly, instead relies on the law of the Lord and meditates in it day and night. He is like a tree planted by the rivers of water, bringing forth fruits in season, and its leaves never wither. He does always prosper to glorify and sanctify the Lord. Congratulations, jubilations, felicitations. Jubilee is a holy year for you. You shall be nourished from the product of your life. Leviticus chapter 25, verses 12.
A man of deep piety, we are all eager to hear of your experience, 50 years in the Brotherhood of St. Montfort, requesting the Golden Jubilarian to share
Many years ago, after the Sunday Mass, I came out of the church and about 10-15 parents or Catholics, parents mostly, came around me. I was surprised. I thought they came for some concession or make some complaint, but none of this. They told me, brother, these days the priests and religious are bad and they are interested in money and other worldly things. I just asked them one question. From where did these priests come? Or these religious come? These consecrated people? From where did they come? Are they not from your own families? One by one, slowly, disappeared and a few stayed back to discuss something about the school where I was the principal. Well, if someone asked me today who you are, why did you come here, and which family you belong, I have the following to say. I'm here because of my father, whose younger brother died as a young candidate in our society at Kuno, Nilgiris. He died, and so my father was keen on replacing him. So I joined the Kuno mission in 1960. I continued because of my faith, strengthened by my parents, grandparents, and further strengthened by Brother Charles, Brother Stephen, and others. After the novitiate formation, I came to Andhra Pradesh under obedience, not my choice. After my studies in Casipat, I was qualified to be a teacher to teach all subjects including Telugu. Very few know this. After a lot of struggle, literally burning midnight oil, and with the help of Brother Bhattamans, who initiated Telugu into the training program, and Brother Lampat, who really helped me, I succeeded in the SGBT examination, including Telugu. I worked in several Telugu medium schools. I went out of Andhra Pradesh 3 times for about 8 years, and obedience brought me back here again. I was further strengthened during my early years because of the faith and commitment of brothers like Stephen, Bhattamans, Brother Vincent de Paul, and several others. One thing I like to highlight is that I was trusted by everyone all through my 50 years of religious life, a special blessing of God. I never chose to be in AP, but it was Anthony Francisco, the then provincial superior, the provincial in India, who decided for me in the year 1969, or else I would have been in the northern province. My father, who encouraged me, gave me freedom to return home, but I chose to stay back. In 1973, I was sent to Montfort School, Khammam, along with Brother Paul Chalil. We were the pioneers. We really had a tough time. But the then parish priest was our beloved Archbishop, I already told him just now, who has come here today to grace the occasion. He was a great example and support for us. That's why I was keen on inviting His Grace for this program. I thank the Archbishop and all the priests and you people of God who celebrated Mass and prayed for us jubilees. It is for me a celebration of faith and trust in the Lord. There are a few biblical passages which inspired me. The call of the apostles to be fishers of men, as we see in chapter 4 of St. Matthew. Jesus knew that fisher folk are hardworking people, and they would build his church and strengthen his followers. They got plenty of money, but they did not buy cars, or in those days horses and chariots, and build mansions. They used it for the deserving people. Today when I look around, I see a lack of hard work, less commitment and weak faith, as it seems to me. When I go home on my from the marketplace or from the bus stand to my home, there is a shop, it's a coffin shop. Whenever I pass that way, I look at it. These coffins don't contain the cars I buy or the mansions I put up or other worldly things. But then, why run after money, power and other worldly goods referred to by the people who met me after the Sunday Mass years ago? Seeing unfortunate things happening in religious communities, in the church and the world at large, human life seems to be the cheapest commodity where children and women are not respected and protected. Sometimes I feel we are in turbulent waters, just like in Matthew chapter 8:23. We seem to be going down in our faith and commitment. We need to cry to the Lord and He will help us. Isaiah chapter 41:13 reads, "For I, the Lord your God, take hold of your right hand. It is I who say to you, fear not, I will help you." I think we should read this several times a day. Jesus was born in a manger, but He did not stay there. He went with Joseph and Mary, worked hard, built an ordinary house in Nazareth, made enough money for an ordinary living, honorable living, and helped the needy people. An example for all mankind. Jesus came for all men. Like the apostles, we must cast the net and accept everyone as God's children without differentiating people on the basis of caste, language, region or religion. Establish God's kingdom in our lives and in the lives of all the people. For me, this is a call to be a brother, to be a missionary, and take care of the poor and the needy, and bring them closer to God, as Christ said in Luke chapter 4. That was a lesson for all mankind. The lesson started there. And of course, at the end of His mission, we find an examination, a test. Only one question. Did you care for the least of my people? As we see in chapter 25 of Matthew. This evaluation or test is for all the people. Don't think this is only for Christians. Montfort's mother, you have come across the story, invited him for a dinner, but today our students depicted the story. He brought all the poor, miserable ones from the street, and his mother fed all of them with tears in her eyes for the sympathy that his son showed to the marginalized and the miserable people. I thank every one of you present here for your communion and fellowship with us, the Jubilees, for your care, love and concern. I especially thank my brothers, Tangachan, my elder brother and his family members, Lucas, my twin brother, Baby, my youngest brother and his family members, for taking the trouble to come for this program. I very especially express my solidarity and affection for my fellow jubilee member C.T. Paul, my constant companion and friend. Brother Vijay Mani from Delhi province, Brother Misakli and Brother Arun, and other brothers from the province of Thailand. I am happy to see some of my close friends who came for the celebration. I especially thank Brother Pratap Reddy, provincial of Hedwar province, all the provincials and Pradesh of Pune province and Hyderabad provinces, and all the other provinces, and Assistant Generals, Brother K.M. Joseph and Brother Paul Raj from the Central Administration. On behalf of Brother C.T. Paul and my own behalf, I thank Brother Frankie, Provincial Secretary of Province of Pune and his team of councillors, and especially the brothers of all states, the teachers and the supporting staff, for the solid support and help for the conduct of today's function. Our dear staff members of all states and several others from different institutions where C.T. Paul and I work. I appreciate and thank you all for your valuable presence and for your prayers. I express my gratitude to all the parishioners, Asabha members, all the friends and well-wishers, all priests and religious, and all who walk in the light of the Lord. Special thanks to the students of all faiths for the nice songs and dance program. May God rain down His blessings on all of us on this special occasion and in the days to come. I conclude with the following words from Fraser, the famous writer and philosopher. My times are in my Father's hands. How could I wish or ask for more? For He who has my pathway planned will guide me till my journey is over. Thank you, Honorable.
Blessed is he who has learned to admire, not envy. To fellow students of all saints, thank you once again. Could we all applaud Brother P.T. Joseph? Thank you.
Brother P.T. Joseph did his graduation as well as other professional studies in Hyderabad and has had his theological studies in Bangalore. It goes to testimony and missionary zeal that he has rendered his service in as many as 11 educational institutions, both in Andhra Pradesh and Maharashtra, rounds of services. It is a Montpellier record that he had headed 6 institutions as a headmaster. I think I can give you a clap for that. And it also goes to his credit that he has served in our formation houses as a director of courses. We are proud of you, brother. May you continue for the next 25 years. We are looking forward to your platinum jubilee. Surely we shall pray for you and God will be with us. Thank you, members of the family. Thank you, Brother P.T. Joseph. May you continue to savor the blessings of God of St. Montfort.
Brother C.T. Paul to kindly come forward and occupy.
Kerala. As a young man who joined the Society of Montfort Brothers at Kuno. To felicitate him, I now invite Reverend Brother V.J. Mani to present the papal blessing to Brother C.T. Paul. Brother V.J. Mani to present the papal blessing to Brother C.T. Paul. Reverend Brother K. Presented by Reverend Brother. Put your hands together. That's the most Indian traditional way of felicitating one on the grand occasion. A bouquet will be presented by Reverend Brother Pratap Reddy and requesting the family members to present their bouquets. May I now invite Reverend Brother P.T. Sebastian to
Rejoice, rejoice, rejoice and be glad, for the Lord has done